Well, we're back right here on Hala Kuwait, and we have with us right now Dilana Histrova, and she is a pianist right here in the state of Kuwait. So, Dilana, welcome to our program, Hala Kuwait.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us right here on the program, and maybe you could start out by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in the pianos and being a pianist.
That is a very tricky question, because when I'm being asked how long I have been playing a piano, that immediately rings a bell how old I am. And you know, lady always hides her age. However, I have been playing for 41 years non-stop already.
Wow. Okay.
And
how did you get involved in that? I mean, how did you pick up piano playing? Were your parents playing piano? Give us a little background about yourself also.
No, nobody was playing piano in my family, but we used to have in my grandparents' house very old German piano from 18,000 years.
Okay.
And I was not allowed to play on it. I was not allowed to explore it. It was like a nice piece of furniture. And I was very curious to what exactly it was. So my grandma, she was very strict lady, so she was telling, that's not a toy, you cannot play with this. And then I said, well, you know, one day when I grow up, I actually will play nicer pianos than this, and I will travel the world.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
All right, then. So tell us how you got to Kuwait, and tell us what you do here. I know that you are involved in many different kinds of music flavors, from jazz to classical. Where do you find yourself personally on the music spectrum?
Well, I am definitely a classically trained pianist. I have tried lots of jazz and soul and folk music, and I have even experimented with some of the Eastern music, but just cannot go out of the classical frame. So I would say I'm a classical pianist.
Okay, and you've been in Kuwait, how long did you say?
I have been already, this is my 10th year.
Okay. So tell us a little bit. You perform, do different events here in Kuwait, and so tell us about that.
Yeah, so I work as a music teacher at Kuwait English School. And I have been performing in lots of charity events, and also co-producing and producing lots of charity events. With the former ambassador of Germany, Mr. Karl Bergner, and my boss, Mrs. Roda Elizabeth Mahmoud. So we have been doing lots of concerts and events, and I'm always happy to perform. Yeah,
it's good to do that. And how do you find the youth, the young people? Are they interested to learn about pianos and take up piano lessons and so forth? Tell us more.
Well, my students are, of course, the best. So I'm being lucky to have really, really good students. We learn from each other, and they're very enthusiastic. Sometimes help is needed from the family, because in an early age especially, that self-discipline is. And then I have other students that are just being free, and they need to be reminded constantly.
Yeah, they need to have some maybe structure, discipline and so forth in order to get to a higher level, maybe.
Well, yeah, it's all about the practice.
Sure.
You know, in music you cannot fake it. All the words mean nothing when you go on the stage and you cannot perform the way you are expected, or you cannot just.
Well, give us some advice on that. I mean, besides teaching, performing, and family, how do you keep all the balance and keep things going in a organized manner and structured way? There's some advice to the youth out there watching.
Well, there was a family when my children were small, where my family was my
priority,
first priority, and I was planning everything according to my children that were very small. But now already independent, so I can dedicate my full time in planning and prioritizing music and education. So I wouldn't say you have to pick art against the family, because family is very important.
Sure.
And
You have to
family
balance everything.
Yeah.
Then. That's the key, I think,
Yeah.
to a lot of things in life, is having a balance and a harmony in the way you deal with things.
Yeah.
So tell us now, you have any events coming up in the near future? Any piano recitals that you're working on, maybe coming up in the new year, maybe?
I just finished one.
How did it go?
Oh, it was fantastic. You know, I kept thinking about in fast and loud moments, I can't feel what the audience is doing. But when the music is very soft and very quiet, and when you hear this absolute silence in the hall, like hundreds of people, and they don't even breathe, and then you know, okay, I got them. They listen, so they are captured.
All right.
So that's what I live for. These are my moments.
Those moments, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to have those moments and make you feel happy and proud about what you're doing. And now, for people out there that would like to take up piano and piano lessons, is it people that are, let's say, is there an age limit, a cutoff limit for that, or can you learn at any time and become know a little bit about pianos?
Sadly, I'll have to say, if you want to learn professionally, it's better you start in early age, around 5 years.
Okay.
That's the perfect age, when still the muscles, the fine movements, the gross movements, everything is still developing. Now, if you are a teenager, for example, when you decide to learn, of course you can learn. But it is a little bit more difficult about the motor, the technical stuff. So I wouldn't say stop dreaming and stop.
You can always pick it up.
Yeah.
But when it's better to start when you're younger if you want to take it more seriously, let's say.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So tell us now about playing the piano. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. Tell us, what are the keys to playing this at a successful and professional rate?
Well, I am actually never proud of myself. I always feel like I could have done it better. I could have played it better. And I feel that's what the real artist is. We always strive for more perfection. And in music, everything is subjective, so there is no complete perfection. So, but the practice is long hours, and sometimes it's exhausting, and you really need to dedicate your time. If you believe that you want to do this one, you need to practice. There is no any other way.
Do you play any other instruments, or but mostly just piano? Tell us about that, please.
I do play a trumpet as well,
okay.
very badly.
Okay, but at least you're trying.
That can be confirmed with our school band. I have decided, I had some attacks of allergic asthma a few years ago, and somebody told me that if I played any brass instrument, that will improve my breathing.
Sure.
And that's what happened.
So you picked it up then, huh? And has it helped?
Well, yeah, it disappeared completely, and I
good.
enjoy it very much.
All right. Well, there's another, let's say, treatment for asthma, playing the trumpet. Well, we appreciate your time with us right here on Hala Kuwait. And towards the end of our interview, do you have any last words or comments for the audience watching this evening?
Well, in music, I have always thought of myself as kind of a therapist. So if you came in my hall in the concerts and having a heart full of burdens and worries and daily stress, and I managed to relieve you, so that's my job. And if I have succeeded, then I'm kind of
fulfilled and feel happy.
Yeah, complete.
Well, that's great. Well, it's a pleasure to have you on our program, and we appreciate your time and wish you all the best of luck in your future activities.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being my guest. It's a pleasure having you. We were speaking to Dilana Hrstrova, and she is a pianist. Wishing her all the best of luck in her future endeavors. Let's take a look at one of her recent piano concerts. So let's take a look now at this report. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Diana Hristova, and I'm a Bulgarian pianist. This is my second concert with Darawatar. Very atmospheric and inviting hall, and lovely professional people. So it's a pleasure to perform, and the audience is just amazing. So I am a little excited now. I played pieces from all over the world. It's the first of the series of upcoming events that I hope to do with Darawatar, and invite some Turkish, Bulgarian, and Uzbekistani musicians. So far I played music from Brazil, North America, Poland, Bulgaria, and Germany. The next series will be mostly Eastern music, Central Eastern music, Armenian, Turkish, and Russian. So I hope you come again and enjoy it.
My name is Maddalena Sodo. I'm an Italian artist, and I'm really honored to have been invited by Mrs. Diana Ristova to share with her this evening this beautiful experience. She asked me to share this journey through music and paintings, and I try to bring into my paintings the images and the beautiful emotions that this musical journey has given me. I'm very honored and happy to take part here.